A warning before you listen.
What you are about to hear is not meant for children, nor for the faint of heart. This is an unfiltered retelling of ancient myths, told as they were born, raw, violent, unsoftened. Expect scenes of brutality, curses that linger, betrayals that reshape fate, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. These myths were never meant to lull children to sleep. They were forged in blood, shadow, and fire. So ask yourself, are you ready to hear them as they were first told? Sources and references can be found in the episode description. Chapter 4. From the epic, the Titans, children of the beginning and forgers of tyranny, the sons of Iapetus, when sin grew legs and walked. They were not just sons, they were fractures, cracks in the second generation of Titans, splinters of fate that would bleed into the end of their kind. Atlas, Prometheus, Epimetheus, Menoetius, names that did not echo loyalty, but division, between thought and might, between fire and punishment. If you trace the Titan tree, you'll find Iapetus always lingering in the shadows, not screaming, not leading, never crowning himself king, but he was planting. Not flowers, but consequences. He sowed 4 sons into the world, each one a walking rift, each one a prophecy in motion, each one a reason why the Titans would fall, not from the blows of Olympus, but from within. Atlas, the one sentenced to hold the sky. Atlas was never meant to think. He was born to carry, shoulders that did not break, a chest that did not retreat. He was strength, pure, unthinking strength, and that strength was blind, blind to tyranny, blind to the price of loyalty. When the war between Titans and the new gods erupted, Atlas didn't pause, he didn't ask. He stood beside his father and uncles, loyal to the old world, until the end. But his punishment wasn't death, it was eternity. He was condemned to hold the sky upon his back forever, never to fall, never to rest. He is the pillar, keeping the heavens from collapsing back onto the earth, preventing Uranus from mating the ground once more. Atlas wasn't a tyrant, he was a victim of loyalty, and so he remains. The symbol of muscle without question, of force that suffers because it never asked why. Prometheus, the one who stole fire and paid for it. If Atlas was the body, Prometheus was the mind, the son who looked at the gods and dared to ask, must they always rule from above? Is light only for kings? Don't mortals deserve to burn as we do? He saw too much, thought too deeply. Though a Titan's son, he despised the Titan's cruelty. And when he saw Zeus grasp the sky, he did not see a savior, but another tyrant. So he rebelled. He stole fire, not just warmth, but the symbol of thought, defiance, invention, and hope. He gave it to humans, and with it, he gave them agony. His punishment? To be chained to stone where an eagle devours his liver day after day, only for it to grow back, pain without end. Prometheus wasn't a hero, he was the first crack in obedience, and his fire, the first spark of a future yet to be born. Epimetheus, the one who thought too late. He was the younger brother of Prometheus, but the gap between them was an abyss. Prometheus means forethought. Epimetheus, afterthought. He was kind, simple, naive, and when Pandora, the first woman, came to his door, he welcomed her without question. He opened the box and unleashed everything the world had feared: death, disease, deceit, jealousy, sorrow. He didn't mean harm, but he doomed mankind. His sin, stupidity, and in a world of titans, stupidity is unforgivable. He became the emblem of good intentions that pave the road to hell. Menoetius, The Doomed Pride. The fourth son, the least known, the most cursed. He was not strong like Atlas, nor wise like Prometheus, nor harmless like Epimetheus. He was something worse: arrogance. He didn't see himself as a son, but as a god, entitled to everything. He looked down on mortals, on his brothers, on the gods themselves. So Zeus struck him. No warning, no trial, just a bolt and ash. Menoetius became the face of sudden downfall, of pride that earns no mercy, of ends that grant no chance to beg. 4 sons, one bore the weight, one questioned, one hesitated, one burned. Each of them tore a piece from the wall of Titan might. They didn't just fall from war. They crumbled from within by their children, their choices, their reflections on what the world should be. And so, the true divide began, between thought and force, between fire and light, between father and son. That was the first whisper of downfall, and it came not from Olympus, but from within the house of the Titans itself, the first voice that dared to say, "We will not obey forever." This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why. We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.